I am not a liar. I have killed thousands. I have fed more drug fiends than the top 3 pharmaceutical companies combined. I have stolen children from parents, wives from husbands, wiped out entire generations. But lying, that I have never done. The rest are offenses against humanity. Lying is an offense against yourself. I am the head of the Santa Blanca organization, which you call a cartel. I had a dream. I dreamed of a land where we could grow our own coca, produce our own cocaine, where we could run our business free from interference from the police, the government, the army, the Yankees. In my dream, a woman's voice asked me,
Sueño, mijo, what if you had your own country?
like Moses, I led my people to the promised land, Bolivia. We came here. We bought the coca fields. What we couldn't buy, we took. We bought the police, the military, the judges, the politicians. We were on the razor's edge from fulfilling my dream. Of creating a narco-state. The nation of Santa Blanca.
Don't forget the chain of command.
Sure are a lot of lights
Going on
switches
menu.
up here.
shitballs.
Drone is up. Got another tango. I got a third. That makes 5. Got a tango. I'm moving to position.
Let me find a good position. I got it. Moving to position.
I've got the
Roger. Target acquired. Say the word.
I'll drive.
We rattled somebody's cage.
Ready? Open fire.
Like we've riled them up. Going hot.
For the next journey, we must take risks, strive for new horizons, seek adventure, be the pioneer. It is within our nature to search for the next challenge. We dominate South America's drug trade with our medicina flooding the streets of Sao Paulo, of Rio de Janeiro, of Buenos Aires. And what comes next? How does
All
I
good,
have
all
never
clear.
been captured.
Son las 9 en punto. Hace sol ahorita y va a ser mucho calor hoy por la tarde. Va a ser parecido por 2 o 3 días hasta jueves, cuando la lluvia viene por la noche y hace mucho viento. Ten cuidado si viaja a las montañas y hasta el fin de semana va a ser mucho viento. Hasta mañana.
All I'm saying, what I'm asking, when you vatos are kicking it tonight,
You really ought to
knock
let
it
me
back
drive.
a few, just pour a little drink on the ground there for my boy Bernardo. He was a carnal a lot like you. A lot like all the other Santa Blanca boys who ain't with us no more. This next tune is for Bernardo and all of them. May they find mountains of cocaine and chorchas in the next life. Hola, banda loca! You know you're no longer just a recreational drug user when you start to get all philosophical and shit about drugs. I was chilling with my boy Jaime, and he bust out with this shit like, wait, you think that your eyes see truthfully? You think your ears hear truth too? And he like starts talking about how your eyes might be fooling you all the time, like color blindness, or that your ears might be lying, like when somebody's a little bit deaf. But I'm like, carnal, your eyes can't be lying that much. You can't hear as good as a dog, but your ears can't be lying that fucking much either. No seas baboso, pues. The human race has survived for like thousands of years, and if our senses were wrong, we would have been eaten by saber-toothed tigers like a long fucking time ago. Then Jaime says, but what about when you're high? At first I was like, man, what you talking about, wey? But then I'm like, oh, mierda, you're right. When I'm all coked up, when I'm stoned as shit, my eyes don't see the same. My ears don't hear the same. Jaime's like, so which one's more true? The world you live in when you're high? Or the world you live in when you're sober? And, you know, I ain't been sober in so many fucking years. I don't even know how to answer them. Maybe neither is real. Maybe they're both real. I just talk the talk and spin the tunes that make your asses bounce. This next track, a classic from back when I was sober. It's for all you vatos out there who have a different version of truth.
Son las 9 en punto. Hace sol ahorita y va a ser mucho calor hoy por la tarde. Va a ser parecido por 2 o 3 días hasta jueves, cuando la lluvia viene por la noche y hace mucho viento. Ten cuidado si viaja a las montañas y hasta el fin de semana va a ser mucho viento. Hasta mañana.
¿Qué rollo, carnales? Listen up for a special message from El Sueño.
Brothers and sisters, hermanos, Bolivia has been good to us, and it is the nature of Santa Blanca to return that generosity. In provinces where we are operating, the cartel will provide residents over 65 years of age with a Santa Blanca pension. God willing, we will all reach an advanced age, and we all deserve to live out our last years in comfort. As long as the individual does not have a history of aiding Pacatari and the rebels, the cartel will aid him or her. When your government leaves your parents or grandparents to fend for themselves, Santa Blanca will provide.
Un carnal told me this joke the other day. This dude goes to this bar and sees this chick drinking away her problems. So he goes up to her and asks, what's wrong? She says, my husband just left me.
I'm seeing some kind of camp on the riverside. Lots of sicarios, lots of go-fast boats.
This is a good spot logistically. They can transport supplies or cocaine faster from here. How much horsepower do you think those cigarette boats got? 1,000? Think they need that much when they already own the river?
You want one of these boats, don't you?
Fuck yeah.
Finally ready, she goes back into the bedroom and sees that the dude is putting on his coat to leave. She says, "What's wrong? You said you were kinky." The dude replies, "Bitch, I just fucked your dog and took a shit in your purse. I'm done."
Son las 9 en punto. Hace sol ahorita y va a hacer mucho calor hoy por la tarde. Va a ser parecido por 2 o 3 días hasta jueves, cuando la lluvia viene por la noche y hace mucho viento. Ten cuidado si viaja a las montañas y hasta el fin de semana va a ser mucho viento. Hasta mañana.
Listen up, público conocedor. A new recording from El Sueño. This one will blow your minds.
Hermanos, compañeros in Santa Blanca, I thank you for your loyalty, and I love you as the shepherd loves his flock. This love is why I must point out to you how you lead yourselves astray, indulging too much in la medicina, in drinking, in the pleasures of the flesh. This will first make you weak in the mind, and then it will make you weak in the body. When Santa Muerte spoke to me, she showed me the way.
Is that pyrolusite mine?
It's honestly more modern than I was expecting.
The locals can thank Santa Blanca for that.
They actually ought to thank him for that, right? The cartel built the mine and everything. Probably safer than the other mines around here, too.
For the sake of the soul.
This is one of those legal coca farms.
So, like, can we get some legal coca here? For the altitude?
For the altitude, yeah.
You are not having any coca. You know first thing headquarters is gonna do when we get back home is make us piss in a cup.
But the altitude, it's getting hard to breathe.
Shut up.
I do not ask that you renounce the world as I have. When the time for you to do that has come, you will know that for yourselves. But I do ask that you learn from my example. Do not indulge so.
Last week, a crude explosive detonated outside the U.S. Embassy in La Paz, Bolivia. 2 Marine Embassy guards were injured in the blast. 2 days later, a CIA asset in central Bolivia provided us with these images. Our analysts have identified the individual in the photo as DEA Special Agent Ricardo Ricky Sandoval, my friend. Sandoval had spent the last 6 years investigating the local cocaine industry. Our understanding is that Sandoval was the intended target of the bombing. What the embassy bomb did not accomplish was completed up close and personal. Sandoval was captured, tortured, and killed. Then his body was dumped. We have yet to recover it. Our target, the group responsible for the embassy bombing and the death of Special Agent Sandoval, is the drug trafficking organization commonly known as the Santa Blanca Cartel. Yesterday, they were just narcos. Today, they're narco-terrorists. Initially, the Bolivian government resisted the Mexican cartel. They formed UNIDAD, a Bolivian special forces unit. It didn't go as planned. Thousands of bodies later, politicians, police officers, and journalists have become an endangered species. The Bolivian government has imploded on itself. With no other options, the new president made a deal with Santa Blanca. You stop killing our people, we'll look the other way. Since then, Santa Blanca has turned Bolivia into the nexus of the South American drug trade. With their friends in Mexico, they also have a clear pipeline to the US and Canada. The only way to stop Santa Blanca for good is to completely dismantle them, piece by piece. The cartel is organized into 4 operations: production, smuggling, security, and influence. At the top of it all is El Jefe de los Jefes, boss of bosses, El Sueño.